你可知罪？
Under Elder Wanhua's guidance, they finally arrived at the venue of the medicine ceremony. Thus, in the preview, the grand competition officially begins. The Yao clan's alchemy ceremony, the decisive confrontation between the finest Tier 9 alchemists. Who will become the #1 alchemist on the Do-Chi continent? Yes, an amazing story arc awaits us. A large number of new characters were introduced. Within the Yao clan, Xiao Yan and Yao Lao would witness the greatest alchemist competition ever held in terms of scale. The pill gathering could not even compare to it. However, at the beginning, top geniuses such as Yao Ling and Yao Tian would display their abilities. Why? They certainly were not Tier 9 alchemists. Let us examine everything step by step. But first, please leave a like and write a comment to support the channel. After resolving the issue with Yao Wangui, Elder Yao Wanhua invited Xiao Yan and Yao Lao to participate in the tournament. Everyone knew that Xiao Yan was the champion of the pill gathering and possessed extraordinary pill refining abilities. However, the Yao clan ceremony was a competition of a much higher level. If Xiao Yan could emerge victorious, then the title of the continent's greatest alchemist would belong to a surname other than Yao, which would be an extremely rare event. Xiao Yan smiled and replied, "It would be an honor for me to compete against the very best." Everything was taking place atop the medicine mountain. Medicinal fragrance filled every corner of the area. Vast quantities of medicinal ingredients had gathered there, resembling an endless sea. Xiao Yan and Yao Lao flew toward the mountain peak. They intended to choose a random place to sit when Elder Yao Wanhua stood up and invited them. "Alliance Chief Yao Chen, young friend Xiao Yan, please come this way." Upon hearing those names, everyone immediately began discussing them. Yao Wanhua attracted countless gazes toward Xiao Yan and Yao Lao. The current Sky Mansion Alliance was known as the new ruler of the Central Plains. Everyone wanted to see its leader. Xiao Yan and Yao Lao sat not far from Elder Wanhua. Interestingly, the other elders of the clan were the first to greet Yao Lao. If Yao Chen had remained in the Yao clan, he would have been required to greet them publicly. However, reality had made them realize that, in the end, they were the ones who now had to show him respect. Essentially, the position of Alliance Chief was equal to the position of Yao Clan Chief. Quite an unexpected turn. At the beginning of the ceremony, the younger generation geniuses of the Yao Clan would demonstrate their abilities. The main event of the medicine ceremony would follow afterward. That is exactly how it worked. Only Tier 9 alchemists and above were qualified to participate in the Yao ceremony. However, such individuals were relatively rare, and starting the competition immediately would seem somewhat rushed. Therefore, the Yao clan, also known as the Medicine Clan, decided to build momentum first by allowing the influential figures gathered here to evaluate the younger generation of alchemists. Thus, they sent their young prodigies onto the stage. The young talents of the Yao clan were unbelievably powerful alchemists, even by the standards of the entire Do-Chi continent. For example, Yao Tian and Yao Ling stepped onto the stage to demonstrate their mastery of flames and spiritual strength. As for the other participants, if they possessed any unusual flames, they displayed them as well, giving the audience an impression of their capabilities. This opening presentation was quite interesting. Yao Lao spoke to Xiao Yan. "If you win, you will prove your superiority." But Xiao Yan answered, "I do not care about my status, but the Yao clan is extremely arrogant. I only intend to use what teacher taught me and show them that their reckless and foolish actions in the past caused the Yao clan to lose a true genius." Although Xiao Yan's alchemy skills had already surpassed those of Yao Lao, the reason he was able to achieve such accomplishments was because of Yao Lao's teachings. If he could win the Yao ceremony, no one in the Yao clan would dare prevent Yao Lao from engraving his parents' names upon the clan's stone monument. This answer deeply moved Yao Lao. The heavens had truly blessed him with such a disciple. However, Yao Chen became serious. Even though your alchemy skills have already reached the pinnacle, it will still be difficult for you to emerge victorious. Every participant is among the very best in the world. It is impossible to find alchemists of this caliber even in the Pill Tower. Xiao Yan nodded. Naturally, he did not think it would be easy. Finally, the sound of a gong echoed throughout the area. All members of the Yao clan stood up. We welcome the clan chief. The clouds in the sky parted. A majestic elderly expert dressed in white slowly appeared among them. At that moment, it seemed as though space itself had solidified. The Yao clan chief. A truly legendary figure. In the trailer, he was shown only briefly and rather vaguely. Nevertheless, he looked extremely impressive. Xiao Yan's eyes darkened when he saw the expert with the warm and gentle expression. He could sense an extraordinarily powerful aura. This aura was many times stronger than Elder Yao was. This was Yao Dan, the Yao clan chief. He was currently a 7-star saint. Xiao Yan narrowed his eyes. A 7-star saint. He was the strongest person in the Yao clan and was slightly stronger than the strongest expert within the Sky Mansion Alliance. The foundation of an ancient clan truly inspired envy. Yao Dan, the Yao clan chief, greeted the guests. He cupped his hands toward the crowd. Then his eyes suddenly stopped on Yao Lao. Complex emotions could be seen within them. Xiao Yan, who was sitting beside Yao Lao, also sensed the Yao clan chief's gaze. Black light flashed beside him as the Northern King puppet appeared once again. It resembled a ferocious beast that could break free at any moment. Yao Lao smiled and looked directly at Yao Dan. He clasped his hands and returned the greeting. Then came words from the clan chief that truly changed everything. These words might finally allow Yao Lao to let go of all his past grievances. Yao Chen, we were all wrong. Yao Dan was just about to sit down when another ancient voice echoed through the sky. Green light flickered on the distant horizon. Old man Shin Nong appeared, holding a walking staff made entirely from medicinal ingredients. In previous videos, it was mistakenly mentioned that he was an elder of the Yao clan. In reality, he was a wandering expert and not a member of the Yao clan. Nevertheless, he was said to be a close friend of the clan. Yes, this was the very expert who possessed the Heavenly Flame rank number 5 on the Heavenly Flame ranking. At last, he had appeared in the anime. Surprise flashed across the eyes of both Yao Lao and Xiao Yan. Although the name Shin Nong was not particularly famous, he was an extremely ancient expert in the world of alchemists. Compared to him, even Yao Lao would be considered a junior. Unexpectedly, he had reappeared after hundreds of years. Truly worthy of the medicine ceremony. Xiao Yan's heart began to boil with excitement. The opportunity to compete against such a person filled him with passion. Old fellow, so you're still alive. Yao Dan laughed. Old man Shin Nong stood in place and shifted his gaze toward Xiao Yan as well. I have not appeared for many years. Unexpectedly, a new face has emerged on the Central Plains. Despite his young age, his spiritual strength has already reached the perfect heavenly state. How remarkable! The final appearance of a mysterious expert caused an uproar. A black cloud transformed into a man dressed entirely in black. Hun Huzi of the Hun clan. I have come without an invitation. I hope Clan Chief Yao Dan will not object to my participation. The man in black spoke arrogantly. Hun Huzi. Yao Lao was shocked when he heard the name. This was connected to the Little Pill Tower. The member of the Hun clan who had infiltrated the Little Pill Tower and eventually betrayed and killed his own teacher before leaving. That person was Hun Huzi. Xiao Yan's heart trembled when he heard this. Could he really be allowed to participate in the Yao ceremony? That vicious traitor from the Hun clan. In addition to the other experts, Hun Huzi from the Hun clan arrived at the Yao clan ceremony, and he came without an invitation. How did Yao Dan and the elders react to this? Would they really allow him to participate? First, let us take a look at who Hun Huzi actually is. He belongs to the Hun clan, is a 7-star Do Shang saint, and a 9th-tier alchemist. He is ruthless, selfish, and greedy. Hun Huzi was once a disciple of the Lesser Pill Tower and also served as a spy. This man holds an extremely high position within the Hun clan. Even Hun Shang, the Hall of Souls chief, cannot compare to him in terms of status. Hun Huzi is of tremendous importance to the Hun clan. Most likely, he is the mastermind behind the sinister plan to gather such a vast number of souls. As we can see, the Hun clan sent such an extraordinary and powerful expert to the Yao ceremony. The moment Yao Lao saw him, he said, "If we can eliminate him, it will be equivalent to cutting off one of the Hun clan's arms." A killing intent immediately surged within Xiao Yan. He desperately wanted to destroy the Hun clan. If the opportunity presented itself, he wanted to find out whether he could kill this Hun Huzi. However, you must not be careless. This Hun Huzi has tremendous accomplishments in pill refinement. Otherwise, the Tower Master of the Lesser Pill Tower would never have chosen him as a disciple in the past. His alchemical skills have most likely already reached a profound and unfathomable level, Yao Lao added. Xiao Yan nodded. He did not dare underestimate this opponent. Voices soon rang out among the Yao clan elders. Hun Huzi, why has he come? Our Yao clan never invited him. The Hall of Souls has been capturing souls for many years. They have even mercilessly attacked alchemists and stolen their souls. Hun Huzi is definitely connected to these actions. We cannot allow such a person to participate in our Yao clan's medical ceremony. Hun Huzi's appearance immediately caused a huge uproar among the Yao clan elders. Many of them shouted sternly while glaring at him with furious expressions. Yao clan chief Yao Dan and elder Wanhua exchanged glances. They had not expected Hun Huzi to arrive uninvited. The Yao clan had always maintained its distance from the Hun clan. This ancient clan was far older than them, causing concern and even fear. Furthermore, after the mysterious disappearance of the Ling clan and the Shi clan, the Yao clan, Lei clan, and Yan clan had become increasingly cautious toward both the Hun clan and the Gu clan. Therefore, everyone felt displeased upon seeing Hun Huzi appear without an invitation. It seems the friends of the Yao clan are not very happy to see me. Is this how guests are welcomed? Hun Huzi sneered while looking at Yao Dan. Yao Wanhua spoke. Hun Huzi, my Yao clan did not invite you. Furthermore, the current Hun clan and Gu clan have no relations with the other ancient clans. The way we treat you now is different. However, Hun Huzi replied, this medical ceremony is a competition among the greatest alchemists on the continent. I am also interested in the position of the continent's greatest alchemist, and I have the right to participate. Perhaps you could simply hand me the champion's title, and I will leave immediately. Hun Huzi's words instantly enraged the Yao clan elders. At that moment, Yao Dan finally spoke. The only thing one can rely on to obtain that title is one's own alchemical skill. Our Yao clan does not kill its guests. As long as you obey the rules of the Yao clan, you will remain a guest of the clan. Otherwise, even if you are the Hun clan's chief alchemist, I will personally intervene and detain you. A sharp killing intent flashed across Yao Dan's face as he spoke. The surrounding Yao clan elders were shocked when they heard that Yao Dan intended to allow Hun Huzi to stay. The medical ceremony is the grandest event of our Yao clan. We cannot simply expel a guest without reason in front of so many people. That would cause others to believe that our Yao clan fears losing in alchemy. Although precautions must be taken, many powerful individuals have gathered within this Yao realm today. It is unlikely that anyone would dare do anything dangerous. Yao Dan dismissed the elders' objections. I will personally keep a close watch on him. After hearing Yao Dan's decision, the others could only nod in agreement. Hun Huzi was pleased with this outcome and took a seat among the participants. His gaze then shifted toward Yao Lao. Yao Qin, you accepted a good disciple. Although I have remained deep within the Hun realm, even there your disciple's name is well known. What an unexpected encounter. Interestingly enough, Hun Huzi was actually responsible for saving Yao Chen in the past. How, you may ask? Indeed, Yao Lao's talent had attracted Hun Huzi's attention long ago. He wanted Yao Chen to work for the Hun clan, so he deliberately preserved Yao Chen's soul while he was still imprisoned. Otherwise, Yao Lao's soul would have been destroyed long ago. Yao Lao's expression darkened. Xiao Yan, on the other hand, appeared completely indifferent. However, with a casual wave of his sleeve, the Northern King suddenly shot forward. In the blink of an eye, he appeared beside Hun Huzi. A sharp strike descended mercilessly toward Hun Huzi like a gigantic blade. Even Hun Huzi himself was momentarily startled by this attack. He had not expected Xiao Yan to be so decisive. Xiao Yan had not spoken a single word. He simply attacked. However, Hun Huzi was no ordinary individual. He reacted instantly. The space around him began to distort, and his figure disappeared in a strange manner. In the next moment, he appeared on another chair far behind his original position. The Northern King's strike reduced the previous location to dust. The puppet cast an indifferent glance at Hun Huzi before returning to Xiao Yan's side and standing behind him like a statue. Xiao Yan held a jade cup in his hand. He took a light sip and suddenly laughed. Cold-hearted individuals who betrayed their masters should stay far away from me. What a moment! What a remarkable Xiao Yan! A smile appeared on Hun Huzi's face as he sat some distance away. He revealed a chilling grin. As he stared at Xiao Yan, frightening energy fluctuations slowly spread from his body, forcing many Yao clan elders to intervene. Hun Huzi, today is the grand ceremony of our Yao clan. Fighting is forbidden. Those who violate the rules will be expelled from the Yao realm. Since Clan Chief Yao Dan has spoken, I will naturally obey, Hun Huzi replied. How interesting. The ceremony had not even begun, yet so many incredible events had already occurred. Hun Huzi's aura disappeared at once. When Xiao Yan attacked him, he remained silent. Instead, he chose not to draw attention to himself and avoided provoking Yao Dan's anger. Yao Dan slowly looked around the area, and a mighty voice echoed through the surroundings. The time has come. Let the ceremony begin. The most interesting aspect of this situation is not even Hun Huzi's appearance, but rather the reaction of the Yao clan itself. Despite all the suspicion, hatred, and Hun Huzi's obvious connection to the Hun clan's dark activities, Yao Dan still allowed him to remain. By doing so, the Yao clan chief demonstrated confidence in both his own strength and the reputation of his clan. Had Hun Huzi been expelled without a valid reason, it would have looked as though the Yao clan was afraid of his alchemical abilities. For this reason, the Yao ceremony became not only a competition among alchemists, but also a hidden confrontation between two of the continent's greatest powers. On one side stood Xiao Yan and Yao Lao, both of whom possessed a deep hatred toward the Hun clan. On the other side stood Hun Huzi himself, one of the most dangerous alchemists of his generation. His appearance clearly demonstrated that the Hun clan was far more interested in the events unfolding here than it wished others to believe. This means that behind what appears to be an ordinary alchemy competition lies a far more serious objective and an even greater plan. Now, any outcome of the ceremony has the potential to affect not only the fate of the participants, but also the future balance of power among the ancient clans. Yes, we are looking forward to these events. Write in the comments if you also enjoy arcs related to alchemy and not only Xiao Yan's usual battles. Subscribe, leave a like, and see you next time.